Look at the question. Using 0.67 per mile, what is his deductible transportation expense? During July-December of year 3, Ted, a self-employed taxpayer, drives his car 5,000 miles to visit clients, 10,000 miles to get to his office. So this will not be allowed as a deduction, and 500 miles to attend business-related seminars. We are talking about 5,500 miles. He also spent $300 for airfare to another business seminar and $200 for parking at his office. So this will not be allowed as a deduction, and airfare will not be allowed as a deduction as a part of travel. This may be included. So let's look at this. So what have you done? Yeah. So I take 6, 7. Just give me the figures, guys. Just give me the figures for this. This may be allowed because it includes travel, okay? So just give me the figure. I think this is 3, 6, 8. And to this, you're going to add airfare. So your total travel becomes 3,985. Okay, that's the reason why we say that transportation includes travel. Okay, so this becomes 3. Please remember that commuting from your business to your office and parking your car in your office is never allowed as a deduction. No, we are including airfare, right? See, it's only if it is an overnight stay, then you're going to include that as a part of your travel expense. But if it's a to and fro airfare in the same day, then it comes as transportation. Is that clear? Next question. What is the maximum deduction that D is allowed for the business for use of his car in year 3? In year 3, D, who's a self-employed taxpayer, uses his car extensively for business purposes. He has not claimed any depreciation on his car in the past, and the records reflect that he incurred the following expenses for year 3. So what is the rule? The rule is very clear. Either you take actuals or you take standard plus parking plus tolls. Okay, so either of the two. So actuals will include gasoline, repairs, business, parking, and tolls. The depreciation is depreciation is only for the business portion. The moment you know this, then you know that the car has been used for both personal and business purposes. Let's see, insurance, license, tags, etc. So I have the total expense, and then 80% of it has been used for business. Okay. So when you look at the actuals, can you tell me what would be the actual cost? See, I'll take 10,100. I would take 3,700 for repairs. I would take 200 for business tolls. I'll take 795 for insurance, and I'll take 100 for the license and tax. So I'll take all of this, and I'll make 80% of this for business use. Whatever I'll get, I'll add the depreciation 2,200 directly on this. So just calculate the figures and tell me what is the amount that's coming here. So ideally, you can take this 795, you can deduct 2,200 from this. That also is the same figure. So just let me know what is the figure. So just add up all of these. Just add up this and tell me what's the figure, guys. Yeah, I think will be okay. Yeah, give me the final figure after you've added the depreciation also. Just give me the final figure after you've added depreciation. Okay, I think so. I start with 10,100 at 3,700 and 200 and 795 and 100. I take 80% of this, and then I add 2,200 to this. So it's 14,116, right? So this is 14,116, right? So it is 17. And to that, I add 2,200. What I'm going to get is 141. It's either this, which is 14,116, or you take the standard mileage. That means you take $24,000 miles into 0.67. And whatever you get to this, you're going to add your parking and tolls. Okay, see, this is also only business. This is also only business. So this also you'll remove from here. And this will become 2,400. Can you understand what I'm saying? So ideally from 1,795, you're going to deduct 2,400. That is 14,695. You take 80% of that, which is 1. And to that, you add 2,400. It will become 156. Is this clear to everybody? See, there's a term they've used. This is for, okay, I'm not expecting them to give you questions like this in your exam. But only reason why we are doing this question is because this is the maximum, and this will give you the entire provision, the understanding of that provision in one go. So that once you've understood this, everything else becomes really easy after this. Okay, so what we've done, The portions which are only business, we've taken it away. The balance we've split into personal and business use. And then we've taken only 80%, which is allocated to business, and then added all the business portion of the expenses. So the first figure becomes 1. The next figure is either the standard mileage rate, and to that you've added business parking and tolls of 200. How much is that coming, guys? 24,000 into 0.67 is giving you once. To that, I'm going to add the tolls. Obviously, I'm going to take the higher of the two, and my deduction will become once. Is that clear? Is that clear? Everybody. See, I'm reading the provision once more. The provision says you either take the actual business expenses for the automobile. This is only for business. Or you could take standard mileage rate. In our example, it was 24,000 miles at 0.67. And to that, you added $200 only for business parking and vehicles. That's it. There is nothing else in this provision. So one question, but the provision is driven home completely. Ignoring any possible depreciation deduction and knowing the mileage rate for the year is 0.67, how much of M's vehicle related expense is currently deductible? M operates a landscaping business. He drives a pickup to various work sites and get materials. His employees use 3 other pickups plus a truck. Now see, 1 truck is for himself, 3 is for his employees, and there is 1 more truck. So there's total 5 vehicles. The moment you know 5 vehicles, if it is 5 or more, no standard mileage rates can be used. No standard mileage rates can be used. Just remember this, right? So the moment it is this, then you know you cannot use standard mileage rates, only use actuals. His mileage on the 5 vehicles for the year total 200,000 miles. The mileage is incurred in July, December, and it is supported by mileage logs. The actual expense of operating all 5 vehicles was 90,000 for fuel, repairs, etc. He spent 600 for tolls, and he also paid 4,000. All 5 vehicles were parked at the business site when not in use, and they're not available for personal use. So it's the full expense, which is business. I know 90 would be the business deduction that this person would be getting. I know that this would be the deduction that he would be getting. So I still go and remember the provisions really well. I know it's actual automobile or 0.67 according to the standard mileage rate plus the parking and the tolls, but only for the business portion. And the provision is very clear. The moment we are involving 5 or more cars, we are not going to use this. That is it. And no deduction for commutation between your home and your office.